Welcome. I've been waiting for you. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this intuitive reading for the collective. All right. First and foremost, I want to go ahead and give thanks to all of my new subscribers. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe as you enter in. It's all happening, divine timing. And keep in mind, I'm not in a control environment right now, but to each his own. I'm going to continue to thrive. So, what's going to happen is that just ignore any type of background noise that you hear or be amused by it, whatever. But the show must go on. Nobody's stopping anything over here. So, let's go ahead and pull from the Oracle deck in regard to what's going on for the collective, Holy Spirit, Universal God, Divine Mother. We thank you for insight, intuition. We ask that the angels and ancestors assist us with this reading for the collective. Amen. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Look what we have here. Look, y'all. We got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Great news. This is representing a new business investment that's coming out, because as you can see, you got a coin, a major big coin that's coming from the clouds. Okay, this is going to be something that's fine-tuned just for you. This is like, you know how nepotism work, where you may see people get into certain type of careers or opportunities because it's like, this is a friend of a friend, or this person knows this person, or you're a relative. Okay, so they kind of can easily get their way into different environments based on who they know. Well, you know the big man up above. Like, you know the one, you're in tune with the one that is in control of everything. So it's like everything that you may have experienced in the past when it came to those that try to bring opposition to you, like, you're being blessed with so many different rewards for your favor, for your steadfastness, for your ability to be faithful in the midst of the storm. Like, these people want you to lose faith in God. You had even energies around you that want you to think that the glass was always half full. Okay? You know, well, you saw it half full, but they wanted you to think the glass was half empty. So, like, even me explaining this, I even explain it in a way from an optimistic lens. Like, you have this undying fire within you, and it's because judgment is here. You chose to do the right thing at the right time, and I'm definitely picking up with this judgment here. Just by you being who you are, you shed light on others' ability to not have a level of self evaluation. Okay? Yeah. This is representing new renewal. Like, the judgment that's happening is going to be in your favor. Because again, we started out with the Ace of Pentacles. And so just be aware that those that may have boasted about doing things, look, we have all these swords here, and they may have boasted about thinking that they were defeating you. They always say that major pride always comes before the inevitable fall. And so this is the fate that a lot of these people, that in their level of hysteria, like, they really didn't understand that they were coming up against a powerhouse. You walking away, you separating yourself from that type of energy, whatever that could be, like, you literally had to decide to choose yourself. You surrender to this. And as you can see, when you put your sword up, when you begin to say, okay, you know what? No, enough is enough. I don't deserve this. I'm not tolerating this. When you got to that level in your spiritual walk, that changed the game. And you may not have to, like, literally with a sword, you may not have had to take it upon yourself to get on that level, because that's really what they wanted you to do. These energies said, it's like they were saying these very harsh accusations against you, but on a deeper level, that was their admittance. Like, they can't help, like, they're harboring so much stuff that they're trying to keep at bay and keep under wraps, to the point where it just spills out of their mouth. Like, diarrhea literally of their mouths. Like they say these things, and it's because this is what they're struggling with. So if they're calling you out your name, if they're saying things that are clearly a lie about you, and at the same time they're wanting you to have some type of allegiance to their dysfunction, that doesn't make sense, right? Right. So you choose to keep up your healthy boundaries because they're going to fall on the same sword that they try to literally stab you in the back with. It's just a matter of time. The pride that they have in thinking that, because some of these people, especially this could be from the masculine collective, unfortunately. So some of these masculines, they understand that they have a monopoly over you physically. They understand that you are the weaker vessel as the feminine. And so instead of them understanding it as a place of power, they utilize their power in a very, very convoluted way, in a coercive way. So they take the power that they have and the fact that you could be very understanding. You could be someone where they know that you have integrity and you're abiding by that. So instead of them being grateful for that, they're taking the integrity, they're taking the compassion that you have for others, and they're trying to exploit it. But just know that by you doing good works, God is avenging for you. You don't even have to be concerned with this mess that these people try to bait you in, because it's literally what they're doing. When you're having people intentionally try to be hurtful towards you, trying to offend you, like some of these people are so snaky and slithery that they will try to position themselves in your life just so that they can get close enough to you, so that they can get some type of confidential information. And some of these people, they weren't able to even succeed in their careers because they don't even understand the premise of confidentiality. So it's no wonder why they have been failures in whatever career path they had, because you can't do unjust and think that in your level of stupidity and arrogance that God is going to allow you to thrive when you are treating people horribly that really don't even deserve it. Some of these individuals even tried to treat those that were assisting them, helping them make sure that they survive. And what they do with that is turned against many of the feminines collective. And so what is happening right now with this defeat, surrender, you see it for what it is. These people are on a suicide mission, a self-sabotage mission, and it is only going to affect them. Spirit is telling you to keep your hands clear, because they want to steal your birthright. Okay, some of these people want you to be literally destitute. They want you to be broken like they are, but you have a strong spirit. If you resonated with my platform, you got a strong spirit. All right. And I want you to continue to rise above this energy that is trying to manipulate you from the integrity that you know you have. Okay. This is a massive conditioning campaign that these people are trying to do. Like, think about it, it's almost like they're training you. So if they're constantly calling you out your name, some women that are weak will begin identifying with it because they feel that they have no choice but to submit to that level of abuse, because that's really what it is. But when you are rising into your Seven of Swords energy, you understand that the fight that you have in you to assert your integrity, to assert your respect, is something that they're envious of, because somewhere along the line, someone robbed them of that ability to stay true. Someone convinced them and tricked them out of their natural birthright. And so this inevitable fall that they're going through is going to be massive. And what is another thing is that they're going to see you continue to evolve. They're going to see you begin to have all the things that you've been working hard for, no matter how much, because some of these people are literally in the same boat as you. And literally, you're doing your best to try to make sure the boat stays afloat, but they're in the interim trying to put holes in the boat. Do you see that? And it may not have made sense to you. This is why many of you may have been in association with these people maybe for years. Unfortunately, for some of us, it's been decades. And for the life of you, you could not get your head around why these people behaved in that way, but then still try to keep you in their lives. And it was confusing because you weren't operating on that demon time. So it never made sense to you because you're like, many of you had to have this earth shattering awakening to realize that not everybody is cut from the same cloth. You may have innate sense of compassion and integrity where you want to see the best in people, which is why the sun card came here. You may have this level of childlike faith, that faith that is just like nobody can convince you otherwise, that type of faith. And you were carrying that through your life, and unfortunately you were amongst people that were wolves, they were snakes, they were sheep that were posturing as sheep. They behave in the mind like sheep, like they do whatever they think is popular. But even though those that are doing that, they're falling off of the ledge, they're willing to even fall off the ledge just to say that many of them struggle with not having a sense of belonging. And so this is why they bond over hate. And so this may have confused you, but this is what's happening for you. All that you have overcome, God is replacing you with better. So Spirit doesn't want you to give up and get in that type of woe is me type of energy that they want you to resonate with. So this is why you could be someone, you're integral, you're doing the right thing, but they will try to invalidate your lived experience because in their mind, if they lie to you literally and try to get you to think the opposite of what your character is, they've seen this play out. Many of them were born and bred into environments where they saw this happen to women around them. And so now they're doing this and they're not understanding that they didn't see the failure that these people were experiencing. They just saw these things and thought that this was something that they could also do. Many of them are bonding with people that are very villainous over showing disrespect towards people that are really genuine to them. So instead of them deciding that they want to do the right thing, they would rather bond with people that get off on hurting others. How sick and just twisted and just perverse is that? And at the root of it is because they didn't have this sunshine. They didn't have this sense of happiness. They weren't bred on love. They were bred on hatred. And so this is why many of you try to make sense of it because for some of them they may have been in a very covert manner. They may try to project to the outside world that they had integrity. All along these people more than likely was adopting your character traits, because this is what they do. They're like vampires. It's a very vampiric type of energy where they try to find the best supply, but then denigrate that same best supply, not understanding that God already sent them a blessing, but instead of them valuing that blessing, they literally spit in God's face. And so what's happening is that they're beginning to experience an unraveling of all the mess that they created. They try to cause you to be in a web of confusion. Many of them even try to make you feel that, okay, if they're saying this to me, what's that about? Like you may have really spun your wheels around trying to make sense of it and it didn't make sense. Okay? It never was real love. So Spirit is wanting you to understand that. Even as I say that we have the lovers cards in reverse. Disharmony, distrust, okay, lack of accountability. This disconnection is happening really at the right time. So Spirit is wanting you to get ready for this. Some of you, this could be something that's been a long time coming. But Spirit is wanting you to know that being that the lovers in reverse, these people unfortunately decided to take a gamble and they crapped out, literally. And so if they are trying to unleash this type of anger on you, it's because it's them. It's a very repetitive type of energy. It's like you're doing the same thing that's wrong repeatedly and then expecting a different outcome. Like that doesn't make sense. And this is why many of them are riddled with debt. Many of them suffer from just a severe form of laziness, you know, very bored type energy. Like they're a boring individual. Like, you know, it's not much to them. Like they don't have like zeal in their life. Like, and a lot of it is to do with the fact that they have a lot of internal stuff that they're not addressing. What they're doing is placating all of the pain that they feel and trying to put that on a host that has nothing to do with that. All right. So whatever these energies do and whatever they say, just know that they've already defeated and they solidified their fate when they came up against you. Just sit back and watch the shit show because they're a shitty show and just watch it unravel, okay? Because all the things, look at this, they're going to be continue to be grief stricken. All the things they did, they think that they were trying to impede you. What they don't understand is we started out with this reading with the Ace of Pentacles. You're not, don't lose sight, because some people, when you are overcoming, whether that is some type of transition from a relationship or a job, or you're relocating from someplace, some people will try to hinder you, thinking that if they try to invalidate you, if they try to tear away at your confidence or your ego, that somehow you're going to just give in and be strong enough to understand that you're going to overcome anything that the enemy tries to put. That's just an illusion. They're short-sighted. All right. And so you're not confined to be in any type of hostage ransom scenario. Like, these people are literally aligned with you because they know that you're an amazing person, but they don't want you to know that. You get that? So they see your worth, they see your value, they see your beauty internally and externally, but they're going to tell you the opposite in hopes that you fall for that illusion and be stuck with them. But it's like, why are you wanting to allow yourself to settle when this person is clearly showing you that they're not doing the work on themselves? Like, it's just time for you to continue to let go and just trust that you're not rooted in whatever situation you're in, meaning it's not a permanent fixture. So I know you could be in a situation, because some of these people, they may have tried to inhibit, like they may have tried to even sabotage your efforts of getting away from them for good. Like they may have done things like, if you had a vehicle, they may have took your vehicle and just stranded it somewhere, and then just lie like, oh, it's not working no more. Like they have deep attachment wounds. Somebody abandoned them deeply and scarred them. And some of these people are aware that they are deeply broken and scarred, but again, it's not your responsibility to lead them to healing. That's their choice, okay? And let's see what else do we have here. Yeah, even as I say that, we have the childhood issues, essay. We also have broken dreams. Like, this is something that, like, these people gravitate towards you because you represent somebody that you've gone through similar or certain things, but you didn't allow those things to define you. You didn't allow those things to wound you and cause you to be someone that tries to create hurt within others. Okay, so it typically happens that way. Like, some individuals, either you're going to go on the spectrum of saying, okay, I'm not going to be anything like that, or you could be somebody that, allows themselves to just succumb to whatever happened to them, and they decide that, well, so and so hurt me or did this to me, I'm gonna just hurt this person, I'm gonna hurt that person. It is what it is. Keep in mind that some of these people even try to put out smear campaigns about you, but just know that the smear campaigns they put out about you is because they're dealing with deep sadness and loss. They are really, really tormented souls. And so people already know, like, fortunately for you, you're not validated by anybody really. You're not validated by strangers. You've gone through situations where other people may have tried to smear you in the past, but you always come out shining. You always come out standing in your truth. So just as you've been able to overcome those things, like some of you, you may, it's unfortunate, but some of you may even have like your foundational people were even haters. And so this is not a new rodeo. Like you've experienced this rodeo before, and you know how to ride. You know how to get through this. That was a Freudian slip, but anyway. So you know how to get through this, and I want you to be encouraged. Like after the rain, there's going to be sunshine for you. Like the sadness these people are going through, let them have this. Like they want you to lose sight of all the blessings that are happening for you by trying to one up them. This is why they will do the most disrespectful things. Some of these individuals will have the caucasity, literally, and I said exactly what I meant. They will have this in them to think that they're going to come into your area, into your environment, be disrespectful, say disrespectful things, and that somehow that's going to make you say, you know what, I'm gonna do the same thing you're doing. No, many of us had to find out from our sisters, our moms, our aunts that that's not the way to go. Like you only reduce yourself thinking that you're going to outman a toxic man. Like let them be toxic. They're going to self-destruct. They've already self-destructed, but they feel so hollow. Keep in mind that many of them aren't used to emoting. They've been stripped from even being able to express their emotions. So a lot of times when they're trying to actually deal with some emotions, anger is what's going to be visible first and foremost. So allow them to succumb to their own demons that they're housed by, and don't take these things. Yeah, they may say things that are hurtful, but that doesn't mean that you have to identify with it. Just allow them to. I want you to open up to this idea. If somebody, and for some of you, it could have been someone where you really thought that it was a true connection. You may have had to find out the unfortunate way that it wasn't. Allow them to allow them to say all the disrespectful things that they want to say. Don't try to make excuses for them. Allow them to completely crash out. Allow them to completely get everything out of their heart how they feel about you. Because some of them are going to say some horrible things. They're going to call you bees. They're going to call you hoes. And you're like, where is this coming from? Why are you acting this way towards me? But it is how they're feeling about their own decisions, and they so desperately want to say things that they know are completely opposite of who you are, but they want to get you to that point of identifying with them. They're desperate for you to identify with their pain to the point where they're doing anything they can think is the most disrespectful things to get you there. Rise above it. You don't have to succumb to that. All right. Your ultimate lick back is being your most beautiful, radiant, prosperous self. That's all you need to do, because the best is yet to come. What God removes from your life, you think God is going to allow you to experience life without fulfillment? You can have complete fulfillment in your life, okay? You can have multiple O's, you can have all of that in your life. Just allow God to bring it to you. You can be pampered, okay? So be willing to wait, okay? I'm telling you, if you're willing to wait on what God has for you, it's gonna be it's gonna be better than you can even expect. So don't allow these people to bully you out of your spot. Okay, that's really what they want. This is why they're coming at you, accusing you of things. You could have sacrificed sleep to help these same people that are targeting you. And for some of you, that is something that you it may have blindsided you. But these people are in a desperate energy. This is what they were bred on. They weren't bred on respect, reciprocity, being loving, being loyal. They weren't bred on that. They were bred on disrespect. They were bred on breaking individuals. They were bred on, being conniving. All right. And this is why they have a cycle of continued losses. This is why they have a cycle of continued deaths happening. But this is not going to affect you when you continue to rise above it. It can't. Let's put this down a little bit. You're going to see your way in a clearing at this time. And again, like I showed you, all right, celebrations are here. Many of you may have had to sacrifice certain relationships, but you're going to be attracting your soul tribe, your soul family. Okay? God is replacing everything that you had to remove from your life. It's happening. And for some of you, it took your absence to make these people understand your true value and your worth. Okay? They for a lot of you, you represent a rare phenomenon. Somebody that actually walks their walk their talk. The things that you actually talk about, you live. And so the invalidation, even for some of you, if you're getting this from your divine compliment, if you're getting this from somebody that you thought was legitimate, it's time for you to understand that happier days are here for you. Just trust the process, allow yourself to let go. Don't allow yourself to be caught up by others' micro or macro aggressions. That's their own personal thing. And again, when you're seeing somebody being prideful and doing evil, they're inevitable to fall. Let them fall and don't intervene when they fall. They have to experience their lessons for them to complete what they need to do in their lives. And oftentimes we get in the way of people being humbled by God by thinking that, oh, this person is in a bind. Now they were evil and they did horrible things to me, but I'm still going to help them out. God wants us to wash our hands of all that. Step out of the way, let them get punished by the universe exactly how they've been working towards. They've been working for a beating, literally. And so let them get their cosmic whipping. But just let them get it. And even as I say that, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Some of these people, you know, they fell into a lot of shallow thinking, very shallow thinking, ungrounded. Yeah. But what you have, even as I say that, we have the King of Pentacles coming out after that. All right, this is representing a mature, grounded man, successful, wealthy. All right, somebody that is into bettering themselves, stable, loyal, thriving, a provider, enterprising. God is guiding you through me to get y'all. Look, you're gonna have options because we got the Emperor coming out after that. We got the King of Pentacles and we have the Emperor. So God is wanting you to focus inward, continue focusing on bettering yourself and getting yourself prepared because your options are going to be plenty. And it's going to be something where your days, like literally you may have had to walk to wherever you need to go or catch the bus, but do your best to still have a positive mindset when doing that because sometimes I'm definitely feeling that God is allowing you to go through these seasons so others can see how they're able to adjust if they have to go through it. When people see you and you're looking your best, you're feeling your best, and you're not turning to being vengeful, you know, you're not being a wrathful individual. This is showing that you are truly a believer. It's easy for people to say that, oh, I'm going to do right. I'm going to live to be an example of a follower of the Most High. But when it comes to time to really do it, if you're inconvenienced, are you going to still be able to walk that walk? And so this is the time now. You're being watched with the Emperor coming out and the King of Pentacles. You can have suitors that are watching you and they're paying attention. Some are just waiting for the right time to come forward to you. So, it's not, I'm under the understanding, especially as the divine feminine, you allow the masculine to come to you. You don't go to the masculine. And so this is how you allow them to lead. Allow yourself to continue focusing on yourself, keep up your healthy boundaries. So we have the Two of Swords here. Even if you're in the midst of having to face difficult decisions, continue to trust God, the Most High. Continue to trust that, your prayer life is going to get you through. And what's going to be on the opposite side of that is your burdens. You're going to be able to lay down all your burdens, you all. Look at this card. So this is the Ten of Wands. Wow. Yeah, you may have gone through literally feeling like the world's on your shoulders, having to manage children, for some of you, it could be managing the responsibilities of being a wife or a girlfriend, whatever it is. But your burdens are going to be completely alleviated off of you. Just continue putting forth good efforts and knowing that God looks high and looks low. God sees it all. And he just wants you to trust the process and not to get in the way. Getting in the way of, for instance, if you're being, you know, literally, you feel like you're under some level of spiritual attack, people are just being hurtful towards you just because you're actually doing God's will, you know, take it in stride. Do your best not to get into like it's no need to even communicate with these individuals because these people it's not about them being unaware of what they're doing. Many of them are highly aware of what they're doing. Many of them are intending to be hurtful. So it's not a lack of comprehension because some of us may have felt that way. Like maybe if I explain to them why this is wrong, but look, you're going to waste years doing that. And so thankfully, if you got into this place where you realize that, okay, this is just like a literal roller coaster, a merry-go-round, at some point you begin to understand that these people enjoy this. This is how you get to this place of letting your burdens down, not allowing yourself to fall victim to it and allow them to literally reap the consequences of their actions. We have the Ace of Cups coming out, which is a lovely, lovely reminder that new beginnings are here. Some of you are going to experience being pregnant, maybe for the first time, maybe for another time. You're also going to be able to have celebrations with those that you really value and love. So just be in this state of expectancy. All right, let's share some affirmations as we come to a close here. Let's see where we gonna be at, and just keep in mind that when it feels like there's opposition rising around you, that's your sign that your blessings are coming. Because think about it, opposites attract. And so if you're feeling that, just as you may have gone through the extent of disrespect from somebody that you thought you loved, keep your heart open, because on the other end of that, what God is going to bless you with is somebody that is going to treat you, honor you, protect you, and value you more than you could ever imagine. All right, don't be tricked out of your spot. They want to trick you out of your wife's spot. You're destined, or for some of you, your husband's spot. There's some women that may do men wrong intentionally, and then the men will, unfortunately, for the rest of their lives, they will have a vendetta. Don't allow that to cheat you out of your ability to have a true, fulfilling, enjoyable relationship. It's all up to your perspective. So you know your worth, you know your value. And I want you to continue to focus on these affirmations because it's going to help you, remain free mentally. All right. If they can't control your mind, they can't control your body. And it's just what it is. Let me find it quickly, you all. Let's see. All right, so let's go with this first set of, and this is in regard to, again, many of you are realizing that it's time for you to focus inward, to have more solitude, okay? To allow those that try to conjure up chaos and friction in your life, allow them to just be a thing of the past. All right, let's begin. The tide of destiny has turned and everything good comes my way now. All right. My good now flows to me in an ever increasing stream of success, harmony, and true love. The genius within me is now released. I am fulfilling my destiny now. I give thanks that the marriage made in heaven is now made manifest upon earth within me. The twain shall be made one now and for all eternity. As I am one with God, the undivided one, I am one with my undivided love and undivided happiness. I give magical service for magical pay. I am naturally magical in every way, and the genius within me is now released. All right, let's give a few more affirmations. I just want to share that. Give you guys some hope. Like, believe in love. Love is beautiful when it's right. And so don't allow yourself to be shortchanged in life. You know, sometimes people don't make the cut. You know, sometimes people aren't meant to be lifers. Some people are seasonal. And so it's important for you to understand that. It's important for you to get to a level of maturity where you're saying, okay, you know, I enjoy the good, can't say too much for the bad, but it's time for us to part ways. And, you know, but these people are not wanting to let you go. They know that you're an amazing individual, but it's up for you to make the choice. So you don't even have to force your hand. Just allow God to remove them in divine timing. Okay? Because I know some of them can get irate and downright homicidal. So you want to tread lightly, but just know that you don't have to be held hostage in any situation. You have a choice. So let's get into these higher version divine feminine activation affirmations. I am enough just as God has created me. I embrace my unique gifts and strength. I am resilient and I can handle life's challenges with grace and patience. I respect my temple and appreciate my natural beauty. I am proud of the woman I have evolved into now. I trust my intuition and inner guidance. I am surrounded by genuine love and support. I assert boundaries with ease and class. I am not defined by societal standards. I am in the flow of God's divinity. I am grateful to experience a peaceful life. I have configured all the broken pieces into a true masterpiece. I am a source of inspiration everywhere I am. I am an architect of my own life. I am a force of divine feminine energy. I am unstoppable in all aspects of my life. I am a conduit of Christ's consciousness. I am in the flow of divine blessings. I am a voice. I am grateful for all God does for me on a daily basis. God always provides for me even before I expect it. My strength is unparalleled. I am loyal and trustworthy. I am grateful for all the favor over my life. I am a catalyst for life changes. I am a gentle soul, yet powerful. I embrace myself. I am grateful for all that I am. I am the embodiment of God's child. I am in control over my narrative. I am a beautiful vessel. I am the personification of a goddess on earth. I am compassionate and nurturing to myself always. I am fully activated in my divine feminine energy. I'm grateful the stars are aligned in my favor. I'm in love with the woman that I have become. I am the mother that I wish I would have had. I am the woman of my dreams. I am in the flow of universal blessings and prosperity. I am living the life of my dreams. I am grateful for all the good that is flowing into my life now. I am protected and I am at peace with being my true self. I am at peace with my past and I let them go all. I am grateful for the gift of my sacred heart and soul. I trust the universe with the direction my life has taken. I am a beautiful work of art. I am beginning to experience the very best years of my life. I allow God's blessings to come to me in its proper time. There's no need for me to chase. I am amazing. in my mind, body, and soul. I am grateful. That's all we have for this reading. Until next time, definitely back higher and thrive. Bye.